recording, and this right here needs to go there. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Sometimes Tom took them boat riding at MacArthur Park and for pony rides, for miniature golf. Boys always came home so happy.
Once outside, now inside.
The Morning Stream.
All the ladies love velour.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. Scott Johnson here. Brian Abbott there. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Scott.
Yes, indeed. We've come back. Just as we promised, there'd be a Tuesday. And here we are.
If anyone was worried, worry no more. We're back. We're here.
Yeah. How was Orange Theory this morning? I know you got a workout on the Tuesday.
It was good. It's funny. Usually my calories burned estimate and my splat points usually calories burned is somewhere in the 900 to 1,000 area, and then splat points, which is how much time you spend in the orange zone, like your workout zones, 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate.
Right.
Usually I'm spending about 30 minutes in that orange zone. And today I was only in there for 3 or 4 minutes, but my calories burned were still high. So I was still, I think, right on the cusp of that. But I don't know. Either I'm getting better, or today's was a little less of a heavy deal workout.
I'll bet you're getting better. Do you think that they? How do they track that? How do they know when you're in the zone? You have something on you, like a tracker?
I have a heart rate monitor. Yeah, and that heart rate monitor, it's like a little band, and it I put it up here on my bicep to just get good heartbeat recording. That's where they recommend.
Sure.
And it's on the treadmills and on the rowers. It'll actually tell you what your heartbeat is, how many splat points you've earned, what the how many minutes you've spent in there, what your calories burned are. But then they've also got TVs all throughout the place that have everybody's names and all that data. So you can just look up and say, oh yeah, how am I doing against the other Brian? Oh, the other Brian is killing it today, or I'm kicking the other Brian's ass today, or whatever. Or if you don't care about that sort of thing, then you just do your thing and realize that if you try and compete, you're going to be sore like you were last week.
Yeah, that's true. That board would make me a little competitive, I think. I'd see it and go,
yeah,
oh, I want to be on top there,
It's easy now not to be competitive after how I felt last week, how rough it was last week for me.
So you can't cash these points, these splat points. It's not like a thing like an arcade with the tickets.
You can't like turn them in and get a rubber spider or anything. No.
That's a bummer.
No,
yeah.
No, it's really just kind of, compare day after day and just see how you're doing. It's like, any other.
And the splat, the terminology, I assume, is just around the orange thing, like.
It's around that logo that looks like a splat, that 4-pronged Orange Theory logo.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of like the Nike has the swoosh and the Coke has the dynamic ribbon device. Orange Theory has the splat.
Got it. That makes sense. Yeah. Lean into your brand, I say.
Exactly. No questioning me on Coke's logo being the dynamic ribbon device.
Oh, is that really what it's called? I don't know.
That's really what it's called.
I just assumed you were. I assumed you'd know, but I've never heard of that before. Why do they call it that? Is that a?
I have no idea. It's just called the dynamic ribbon device, and it's that just that swirl that goes underneath the Coca-Cola logo. Yeah.
Odd thing that is.
It's such a weird. Why not just call it the ribbon?
Yeah.
It's called the dynamic ribbon device.
Yeah. What guy? Who at Coke was walking around the building that day? Jeez Louise, what a weird thing to say.
Dynamic ribbon device, man.
I assume that it's not. I mean, it's not really dynamic though. Dynamic means it can fluctuate. I guess it does.
Right. It does fluctuate, and it's
But it's a static fluctuation, right? It's just there.
There's.
Yeah. They should call it the ribbon.
As dynamic as art can be.
Yeah, there you go, everybody. Dynamic ribbon.
Dynamic ribbon device.
So I caught up on From last night, and I will not share any spoilers today, but I just want to say the way that thing ended Well, first of all, see this part of the notes where I wrote F. Dale? I wrote that before the thing happened.
Oh, really? Oh, funny. Okay.
Because that guy drives me freaking crazy. The entire series is like, shut up, dude. You're the worst. You're the worst.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. He's been the cause of so many problems, and yeah.
Damn. But I'll say this.
You could trace a lot of shit back to Dale because of his I'm going to create a mob. I want to create a mob and make everybody do what I want.
100%. Yeah. I'm going to accidentally stab people. I'm going to do all kinds of dumb shit, and then I'm going to be the biggest pain in everyone's ass.
Everything, and he's
the worst. But anyway, as much as I agree with most people that Harold Perrineau is your pivot of the show, he's kind of your central character. He kind of carries a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. He's your Jack.
That episode though, fifth episode, season 3, and when you all get there, Vincent. Freaking wrecked me, man. Yeah. He's so good. That was such a genuine, amazing moment, and I think it's that actor. He's very good at this.
He is really, really good. He is. He's got double duty because he's kind of got to play this, maybe on the spectrum, but definitely, he's definitely been kind of broken by life, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and then has to work within that. Spectrum, not spectrum is probably not the right word, but that range to then convey the emotions that he does, and he's so good.
He's so good at it. Yeah. Man, I hope they don't. They need to keep that character right where he's at in terms of his the kind of man that he is. That has to stay. That can't get altered, or I'm going to be pissed. So,
oh God, yeah, for sure. No.
Anyway,
not.
Fantastic show. And, catch up, everybody.
Hopefully they've got some plaster somewhere in that town. They're going to need some plaster.
They're going to need some spackle. They're going to need
spackle. Yeah, spackle. Yeah, a little paint.
Maybe a little Febreze. For later down the road.
Just for later, yeah. Pretty soon they're going to need it.
Yeah,
it won't be long.
And a lot of chlorination in a certain pool. That's going to be important. Anyway, hell of a show. All right. I did not know this. We got a message, a text.
Okay.
This is without a name, but this is about TV Travis's.
Without a name.
This is about TV Travis's last segment on the show, and he says this: just listen to TV's Travis trivia about Kurt Russell being Elvis impersonator in 3,000 Miles to Graceland, which is true. He was also, and I didn't know this, he was also the uncredited voice of Elvis in Forrest Gump. No idea.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That is great trivia. There was like a trivia question that we had to answer about, Kurt Russell's Elvis appearances, and that's where that came up.
I had no idea that was him. I mean, it's just his voice.
I'd completely forgotten about it. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back, and I haven't seen Forrest Gump in 100 years, so maybe I need to give that a shot. There was a time in my life where I both loved Forrest Gump and hated it because it took the Oscar away from Shawshank Redemption. And even a little part of me was like, and you also took it from Pulp Fiction. And these were two movies that probably, in retrospect, deserved it more from an artistic standpoint. Obviously, it's everybody's got different opinions or whatever. But I also love Forrest Gump. I think it's an amazing movie. It really took me places. It has all the feels. Tom Hanks is amazing. Like it's not that it's it was never a bad thing, but we all got wrapped up into that whole, Shawshank was robbed. And it was, right?
Yeah. In any other year, Shawshank would have had it.
Yeah. It should have had it that year. There's lots of movies like this, though, right? Like, what's the one? Someone always brings up. Oh shit! There's a famous example of this where it was clear that something else should have won. Whatever. Every year somebody claims this, so it's not. This is nothing new.
Yeah. Took away the Oscar. My cousin Vinny took away the Oscar from everything else that year.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think her win.
Yeah, or it was Tomei. Marissa Tomei's win took the Oscar away from.
Yeah, and I both agree.
I can't remember who else was nominated that year.
I don't either, but I both agree and disagree because I think she's amazing.
She is.
But she's more amazing later. Like other stuff she did and like The Wrestler and other things, she's way better in those things. Not better, it's just, she shows some serious chops or whatever.
Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. Incredible.
Amazing. She's an incredible.
Even that Baboon Heart movie, what was that called? Untamed Heart?
Oh, I never saw it.
With Christian Slater and Rosie Perez. So good.
What's the premise of that with a baboon heart? What happened?
Christian Slater is a guy, a drifter that comes into town, has a heart problem, but I think he thinks he was given a baboon heart. And that's what he tells everybody. And he starts working in a diner as a dishwasher or something, and he befriends Rosie Perez and Marissa Tomei, and she kind of falls in love with him, but he's going to die because he's got this heart problem. And
I feel like a movie I should have seen. I don't know what I don't think I've seen it.
the baboon heart in our stars is what it should be called.
I assume he never really had one, but that wasn't the point of the movie, right? It was more like
right. No, he really didn't have a baboon heart.
Yeah. Wild.
There we go. It was a nun, lovingly told to him by a nun at the orphanage where he grew up.
Lovingly told to him. Think of that.
Yes. Yeah. And he doesn't want to get the transplant with a new heart to fix the defect that he has in his heart, because he's afraid he won't love Marissa Tomei anymore if he gives up his heart.
Oh, because the heart's where the love comes from in his mind.
Yeah.
This sounds like a weird movie.
It's a really sweet movie. Oh my God. It's such a, it doesn't have a great, 59 out of 100 on Metacritic, but 58% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's really sweet. It's
and Tomei's good in it, you're
worth seeing. Yeah, and this might be the first. It's the first Marissa Tomei movie that I ever remember seeing. Obviously, she was in a soap opera before.
So this is prior to Vinny then.
Way prior to Vinny.
Yeah.
I think. Gosh, now that I say that, let's see here.
BV, we call it, before Vinny.
Before Vinny, yes,
yeah.
pre Vinny.
Yeah, AV for after
1992
Vinny.
Was Vinny, and
Vinny was 93?
92 for Vinny.
Same year?
No, I'm saying the Vinny was 92. I'm looking for Untamed Heart.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Oh no, it was after Untamed Heart was after 1994. So
okay.
After she won the Oscar in 1993, then the next year she did Charlie Chaplin and Untamed Heart.
Yeah. Same year as Shawshank Redemption that year.
Yep.
And Forrest Gump brings us right back. Full circle.
Exactly. Look at that. Look at that recap.
That's cool though. Elvis and Forrest Gump. Had no idea. I like Kurt Russell a lot, but I didn't know he had this little weird credit. And now if I ever get asked that trivia question, I will not get that wrong. I'll get it right. So take that, world. Brian, we got more information about bushfish. Bushfish. That's right.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the presidency of either Bush Sr. or Jr. Nothing to do with fish in general. Just had to do with a fish I found in a bush one day walking the dog. We had assumed it was birds, right? Somebody dropped a thing. So here's one from Scooby Dad and the Tadpole. He says this. Hey, guys, regarding the fish bush, I was yelling osprey into the radio as I listened to you. The radio. Love it. Let's see. The next day, I was covering a school crossing for one of my guards when a bald eagle flew over and dropped a fish in a nearby bush. The kids waiting to cross must have thought I lost it. I was laughing so hard, says Scooby Dad. Yeah, you had you saw the exact thing. That's amazing. Except I think he witnessed it actually fall, saw the bird drop it.
Yeah, he actually saw it come down, which is amazing. Like the timing, perfect timing for that.
Lucky bastard. I didn't get to see it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, now you have a full story and source to tell people, whereas all I had was a fish in a bush, and which made no sense to me at the time. But I think this reinforces my my belief as to where it came from. So nice job.
I think so. That seems to make the most sense. Yeah.
We also got a texter who said, "So this is I don't believe this personally, but let's just talk about it." Oh, I
saw this on the news. Yeah.
Yeah, this came up in a few places. He sent this over. He says, this is according to ABC4.com, which is here in Salt Lake City. It's a news article. Where is the best restroom in the United States? So the entirety of the continental United States and beyond, where's the best restroom? It claims it's a Utah gas station, specifically a Maverick, which are everywhere here.
Right, formerly the Come and Go, but now Maverick.
Yeah, they bought Maverick bought Come and Go. They bought Circle K here, and they bought Anyway, Maverick just spreads like a disease. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It says here Maverick often advertises itself as the adventurer's first stop or adventurer's first stop, but now it can say it's home to the America's best restroom. This one in Salt Lake City won the 23rd annual Best Restroom Contest, a yearly contest put on by Cintas Corporation, which offers restroom restocking supplies among other cleaning products. I think I've seen that name on like a towel dispenser. I think.
Yeah, Cintas. For whatever reason, I only think of them as uniforms, like like you say, like
worker,
like
stuff.
clean, like janitorial, custodial uniforms and things. Yeah,
all right.
Or at least their trucks that I see drive around here have pictures of people wearing uniforms, and so I always assumed it was uniforms. I think it's just the fact that they're custodial suppliers, and they're not just going to have a picture of toilet paper and
it'd be boring, right? Nobody wants that on their advertising. All right, so Maverick submission photos featured its sparkling fixtures, spacious stalls, and fresh amenities. They have 500 stores, 13 western states. The winning location can be found at 279 South, 5600 West. I might go there just for fun.
I was going to say, you've got to go there now.
Yeah, because this sounds like the way this contest worked was photos.
People submitted photos, yeah.
Well, okay, so here's my main beef.
Yeah.
You can't tell. You can't tell what it smells like. How's the music in there? Are the towels plentiful? Is your soap dispenser leaky? Like, there's a bunch of questions I would have that a photo is not going to answer. So you got to go in. You got to like walk around in there.
Exactly.
You got to take a dump, you know?
Yeah. I still say the best bathroom is the one still in Westgate Hotel in Las Vegas, formerly the Star Trek Experience area, but now it's a timeshare rental place. But they haven't taken this part out. You go and you pee in the urinals, and a little display tells you what your calorie count is, what your alcohol level is. It's all made up, obviously, but it bloop, 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 like you would really have on the Enterprise kind of thing.
That's so awesome,
or
dude.
Deep Space Nine.
I wish they'd have kept that and grown that. That would have been great.
I know. It's the only thing that drew people to the Westgate. Like, I'm sure as soon as they got rid of that, or as soon as they came out, people are like, well, no reason to go to the Westgate anymore.
Yeah, Westgate was for
Las Vegas
Comdex people,
Hilton, I guess.
Or it's Las Vegas Hilton. But the use case is like, okay, we're having Comdex, so everybody's here for Comdex, or later CES,
right.
And then Star Trek. What else do you go there for?
No other reason. If you're going to a conference, great. It's not even the nicest, inexpensive hotel on the Strip, and it's not even on the Strip. You have to do, like, if you want to go to the Strip, you have to do the monorail to get to the Strip, or else you're walking for about 20 minutes to get to the Strip. And the part of the Strip you're getting to is the north part, which is nothing up there except for the new Fontainebleau hotel,
right.
But everything else is further south. So yeah, it's they probably would give us a really good deal if we wanted to move TMS Vegas to the Las Vegas Hilton. Everybody just as part of their ticket purchase gets a monorail ticket as well, a 3-day monorail ticket. And when we want to go to the Strip, we just go to the Strip on the monorail.
Doesn't sound that bad, actually. It sounds all right.
It doesn't sound that bad, and the restaurants there are pretty good. But they're nothing that would pull you to the Las Vegas or the Westgate for no other reason.
You just live and sleep there. That's it.
Yeah. Here's the key. Would they give us a ballroom big enough to seat everybody so that J.K. Grammer and Sarah don't have to watch TMS Vegas live on a little TV above the bar? That's the that's the key right there.
No, that's the only question as far as I'm concerned.
That's really the only question. That is the only thing that's making me hesitant about the Plaza is that it would be nice to have it at a place where we'd have a ballroom big enough for that, as opposed to staying at the Plaza and then everybody having to Uber or get rides to another place.
That's the nice thing about the bar, what's it called?
The Sand Dollar.
Sand Dollar. That's the great thing about that. It's just right there. Bam.
It's just right there in the place. If we just had fewer of you who enjoyed us enough to come to Vegas and watch us live, then it'd be perfect.
Yeah. Can we just whittle it down a little bit? Can you people stop liking us so much? Hey, Brian, let me give you some top 10 finalists here for the cleanest bathrooms in America.
Okay.
Hop Shops in Kentucky. Indiana Caverns in, you guessed it, Indiana. Kansas City Zoo and Aquarium in Missouri. That's good to know.
Okay.
Lambeau Field in Wisconsin. That blows my mind.
Really? Really? At a sports arena best restroom. Holy
Never
cow.
seen one in my life that wasn't disgusting. So that's actually blowing my mind.
The giant trough is polished marble.
Oh yeah, dude. You're peeing in style in Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
MAD in Texas. I don't know what MAD all in caps in Texas is. It looks like the magazine, but I don't know
Museum
what that is.
of Art and Design or something?
Oh,
maybe?
might be.
I don't know.
Might be.
Yeah.
Maximilian Motorship in Washington State. Morning Glory in California. Hey. Natchez Trace.
That bathroom even has a Morning Glory hole.
That's right.
Fact, which is really nice.
That's
yeah,
right.
Really
this one I've been to. Natchez Trace State Park Visitor Center in Tennessee. I went there one time. I didn't think I used the bathroom, but I've been to the center. And Throne Restrooms in Maryland, according to Cintas. This is, let's see, they win a Cintas cleaning service and $2,500 for winning. So good job, guys. I'm going there. I'll check it out. I'll report back. And if it's gross,
yeah, please do.
If it's gross, I'm telling you. If somebody draped a turd over the seat, I'm telling you. I'm letting you know. Okay. The best.
I'm remembering it wasn't the news. Well, it was Weekend Update on SNL that had the Utah gas station has the best bathroom. This according to Gay Sex Monthly.
That's perfect. Nice job,
Michael
guys.
Che joke, yeah.
So there's two restrooms I would give my best experiences, and one's in Utah and one's in Las Vegas. My one in Utah is at the Grand America. It's a 5-star hotel here in Salt Lake. So anyone who comes to town who's fancy, they stay there. And those bathrooms are amazing. Amazing bathrooms. Those should win. Maybe they didn't enter the contest because they're a highfalutin 5-star hotel and they don't give a shit. But whatever. And then in Vegas, it was that restaurant that Barry took us to at the Fontainebleau.
Oh, yeah.
And that might just be because it's new. I don't know. Like maybe it's gross later, but it was nice.
No, now that you say that one was really nice. Yeah. And then the in MGM Grand in their hallway that goes down towards the pool. Whatever they call that, restaurant row or whatever it is. One of the first restaurants you come to on the right side. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is Mandalay Bay in their restaurant row. Because they look very similar. There's a Japanese restaurant on the right side as you're heading down the hallway, and their bathrooms are all individual little pods, like little Japanese pods.
Ooh.
And they've got little TVs in them, and they've got bidets built in, and it's like that place is the bomb. Yeah.
I am going there in May or whenever we do this, April.
Yeah,
that's. Sure. I didn't know that. I know the restaurant even. I avoid public bathrooms most of the time.
Well, sure.
If I don't need it, I'm not going. But that's awesome. Right. I want a little Japanese
your
pod.
own little self-contained pod. You can fart. You can do whatever you want. We're miles away from anywhere anybody can hear you.
What's on the TV? What are you watching there? Can you choose?
When I went in there, it was some weird Japanese faces in the corners watching somebody tie a shoelace or something, and they're like, and the audience is laughing. They're putting words up or Japanese characters up on screen, and
wow,
those weird reality shows from Japan.
I'm glad it wasn't closed circuit television broadcast. It was
one of the other bathrooms.
Somebody down here looking up at a hole and sheer butt they're looking at. That would be bad. Nobody wants that in their life. All right, Brian, before we do the news, you have something to tell me not to see here.
Tomorrow we're going to have recommendals.
Yeah. Usually things we like, right? Stuff we like tomorrow is what we're doing.
Stuff we like. Yeah. Hence the name HeckARecamental. Hence the name Recommendals. We're recommending these with our minds, which is why the mental. I don't know where
it came from either.
Came up with that name.
Yeah.
But after nominations at the last Emmys and some word of mouth and the fact that it's on Apple TV Plus and so far Apple TV Plus has been pretty spot on with really good stuff. Decided to watch Palm Royale. We love Kristen Wiig. We love Allison Janney. We love who's Leslie Bibb. We love her.
How did you know it was her and not the other one that looks like Leslie Bibb?
Only because the screen at the front, screen outside told us.
Good.
The opening credits told us, and we knew it wasn't Maggie Grace.
Oh, good.
Boy, not Not so good.
Really? That bums me
we
out.
made it through 3 episodes, and here's what we didn't like about it was the there were no likable characters. Laura Dern's character was probably the only one who was somewhat likable, but it was I mean, Kristen Wiig's character is. Do you remember the Nicole Kidman movie where she's a news reporter that would do anything? I guess it's called To Die For.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's a news reporter who'll do anything to be on TV. She's just, I
remember
screw anybody over.
And
kill
a
anybody,
very,
whatever.
very, very unlikable character. I did not like her.
And a very unlikable character.
No.
And that's kind of the Kristen Wiig character. She wants to be in this club, this Palm Royale club resort, so bad she will lie and screw people over and do all these things to get into it. And the people that she wants to be around are all hateful, Desperate Housewives type horrible people, or I guess more like Real Housewives type people. Real Housewives of.
Yeah. Insert city here.
It's just like there was nobody in the show that we felt like we could root for or like, and so we made it through. We gave it our 3 episode test, and at the end of that, Tina and I were like, "Do you want to keep going?" She's like, "No." I said, "Me neither."
Yeah, so reviews seem to reflect it. What you're saying, 56% reviewers, a little higher on the people list, 68%, but still not great. I mean, that sounds like a rare miss for them because there's really no crap on Apple TV.
Yeah, really is.
Yeah. They pride themselves in this. Do you think it's just the writing? Like, this
might be just the writing, or it just might be the fact that, if you're going to give us Kristen Wiig and a character, give us somebody to root for, somebody to like. It won't be my recommendal tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure within the next couple of weeks I'm going to be recommending Penguin. And there's a character in there that is the person you're rooting for, and here's spoiler alert, it's not Penguin.
Yeah. I've heard similar tales.
Yes.
I'm excited to start watching that finally.
It is so good. And yeah, definitely do yourself a favor and watch the Batman before you watch it, because they, even for their shots inside Arkham, used the rebuildings of the sets used the blueprints of the sets from the Batman to create the interiors of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, it's so funny. I saw a thing the other day that said nobody's talking about this, but even though people are talking about that show, but he said nobody's talking about the fact that Colin Farrell in a fat suit in a comic book TV show is low-key giving the best performance in the last 5 years of any show on television. Like, that just sounds crazy.
It is.
From a premise standpoint.
Really, when you think about it that way, it is absolutely amazing that that's the case.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I will not probably be seeing Palm Royale then. I'll take your advice.
Yeah, sorry. Skip it.
I gave up on a horror movie for similar reasons last night. About
Really?
3/4 of the way through. That's almost like 3 episodes, but in movie form.
Right, yeah.
And
do you want to talk about what it is?
Yeah, it's about demon possession. It actually reviewed really well, so I thought, well, this seems all right. It's called The Old Ways, and it's on Netflix. It's, I think, considered a was it The Old Ways or The Old Way? The Old Ways with a Y, yes. Came out in 2021. It's a Netflix original, or they bought it or whatever. Here's your short version of it. Deep in the Veracruz jungles, American-Mexican journalist Cristina Lopez is held captive by a mysterious bruja, or witch doctor, who is convinced she is possessed by a demon. Ultimately, her fight for survival becomes one for her own soul. It's a demon possession thing. They don't really freak me out, but I like a good one, freaking Exorcist, things like that. And 95% critics, but 46% audience. And I was like, well, let's see. Let's just see.
Wow, that's a big... I've seen those things with big gaps like that, and I've watched them and probably enjoyed them as many times as I haven't enjoyed them.
Yeah, it's weird. I expected to enjoy it, to be honest, because I usually side somewhat on the critic side, because I'm a more critical watcher, and just because a bunch of audience people would, yeah, it's good, you guys suck, or it's bad, or the same reason it's bad, right? I hate that. They game the audience scores is what I'm getting at. So I thought I was going to like it. Yeah. It starts really strong. The actors are fine, but about 3/4 of the way through it, I went, this is going nowhere. This is really going nowhere. It's just not interesting. I was getting bored, so I got out. So I'm not saying you're going to hate it, but The Old Ways didn't work for me. And this was last night, so whatever.
That's to not even make it to say, all right, well, I'm not enjoying this, but I do want to see how it wraps up. So to not even make it that far, dude, that's
the trick, right? If the movie's good enough to want you to say, well, I'm having trouble with a lot of this, but at least I want to see how they solve this. It just didn't give me any motivation to do that, and I'm not used to that. Most movies do, and even bad movies do, but this did not. This gave you no, I don't know. It's not like if this is a theater, it's not the kind of movie you walk out of. It's not that. So it's not like Johnny Mnemonic. It's
not like Johnny Mnemonic, yeah.
Right.
It'll always come back to Johnny Mnemonic.
But for me, it was like, just, there's so much more to watch. Why am I doing this? So I got out. And I started but then it was late, and I started The Pope's Exorcist with Gladiator. What's his name? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Mm-hmm.
And I only got about a quarter of the way through because I was getting very tired and I had to go to sleep. So I will finish that one. That was already more fun. Maybe a little less serious, but it was a good time. And Russell Crowe kind of demands your attention a little bit on screen. So we'll see if that becomes a recommendal or not. But so far, I'm enjoying it.
I saw that his Road Rage movie is streaming again.
Yeah, it's in the top 10 on Netflix or something right now.
Yeah. So it's like, do I want to watch that now?
I saw it. And then I think I recommended it, but I had caveats about. You talk about a movie where you like a bad guy that you can kind of relate to and not root for, but I don't know. You're glad Jason's chasing you with a machete, right? Because that's the trope and it's fun. Mm-hmm. But a guy who's easily provoked to road rage and is a terrible human being, it's just a little too close to real. That's why I didn't like it.
Yeah, it is. Right. Yeah, that's a really good. It would be very triggering right now because it feels like everybody is like this on the roads right now.
Yeah, it had a little, and it came out like right in the middle of the ugliest part of the pandemic, and I don't know.
That's right.
I have some nasty taste in my mouth in that movie, but I also thought it was good. So you might check it out, see what you think. Russell Crowe is really good at it. He's amazing at it.
Good. I imagine so. Yeah. He's been really good in everything lately. That even that comedy thing he did with. Farrell? No, who was he with? The other guys. Was it Wahlberg?
Oh, did he do a thing with Wahlberg?
It was like a buddy cop.
Oh, no, you're thinking of. I think you're thinking of The Good Guys.
The Good Guys.
2 years ago, that was with him and everyone's heartthrob.
Ryan Reynolds?
Nope, the other one, the one that was in Barbie, played Ken.
Steve Buscemi.
Nope.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. I love that you went from Steve Buscemi to Ryan Gosling.
I just wanted to see like it throw you off with Steve Buscemi, everybody's heartthrob. Steve Buscemi.
There was a canyon of difference between those two men. Yeah. I respect and like them both, but man, there's a difference. But yeah, Ryan Gosling was in that. The Good Guys is great. If you've never seen that,
really good. Yeah,
it's really good. Chat. You guys should watch it. And I think that's streaming somewhere too.
Oh yeah, Farrell was in The Other Guys, and Farrell and Wahlberg, right? Were in The Other Guys?
I think so. They were cops.
Yeah.
And then they did it again, but then they were dads or something.
Oh, right.
With Mel Gibson and
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home and 1 and 2 or whatever.
2 was the one with the wall. I can't remember.
I can't bring myself to see those. I don't know why.
The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys. Okay, yes.
Oh, did we got that wrong?
Thank you, TV's Travis. Yeah.
What did we say? The wrong guys?
We are Statler and Baldorf. Let's just, I really like that Fuzzy Bear. He's a very funny comedian.
You know what's great about Statler and Baldorf is that it also has our initials. So it's S and
B. I know. It works out really well.
Yeah. It really paid off. All right. Let's get to some news, everybody. You want to hear what's going on in the world? We got you covered. So Here you go. Time for the news, brought to you by
TRPWNR Chat read 8 different Victorian-era books and chronicled the experience on his YouTube channel. Go check out Tim's work at youtube.com/@TimsTooManyBooks and see if the 1800s were more than meets the eye.
It's funny that we both thought to do the sound of the transforming. That's great.
Well, more than meets the eye is an automatically triggers. Triggers.
That's all you have to say. You could even just say "meet my eye," and I'd go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw this in our Discord and I went and watched it. It's great. I didn't know Tim was like some big time reader guy and had all these classics in him. I had no idea. So TRPW, thank you for that. A, I didn't know that, and B, I didn't know he was English.
I know. That's so cool. I didn't know that either. Wow. Okay.
No idea. I'm learning things every day about you people. You people.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Is he even here?
Yeah, he is. Tim Watson.
Okay, good. There he is.
In the chat. Yeah.
Hackers. They're always up to something, these hackers. Well, check this out. They took over RoboVax to chase pets and yell slurs.
Awesome. So your Roomba is sitting there like terrorizing the cat and shouting expletives.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep, shouting N-words and chasing your cat. Someone gained access to EchoVax Dbot X2 Omni robotic vacuums across several U.S. cities. This was earlier this year. And used them to chase pets and yell racist slurs at their owners, according to ABC News in Australia. The outlet spoke with multiple Dbot X2 owners to say their Dbot X2s had been hacked in May, including Minnesota lawyer Daniel Swenson, who said he was watching TV with his family when a noise like a broken up radio signal or something, is his quote, started coming from the robot speaker. He said after he reset the password and rebooted the robot, Reboated the Rebot, it began again. Only this time the sound was clearly a voice. He guessed a teenager yelling slurs. I love the term slur. It's great.
Slurs. Yeah, totally.
It's a great word.
Quit your slurs.
Quit your slurs, robots. Back. Do you have one of these, by the way, like a little iBot?
I have a Roomba. Yeah, we actually have two. I have one that is a carpet thing down here in the basement that does the shag carpeting, and then we have one upstairs that does the hardwood floor. That's really nice.
I've always thought
but
about it.
Both made by Roomba.
They are Roombas, okay. Because Roomba's the
We're
brand.
not getting any Temu Dbot X2 EcoVax bullshit. That's like
Roombas are the brand you think of. It's like Kleenex. That's the standard, right?
Exactly.
But I know there are others. There are other good ones. I just don't know what they are.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're out there. In fact, I'll bet one of those ones that everyone thinks are great vacuums and they're kind of overrated. But
Dyson.
Dyson. There's probably a Dyson robot.
I wonder if they do make an automatic. Yeah, they might.
They might. Anyway, what was my point? So here's some other accounts. This is great. ABC says similar accounts from other owners in El Paso and Los Angeles, the latter of which involves someone using a Dbot to antagonize the dog, yelling at it, and chasing it. Get out of here, you stupid dog. I don't know what you'd say.
I'm coming to get you, Rover.
I don't know why we don't have one of these. Why shouldn't I get one? I'm not saying I want one of these that are easily hackable.
Well, yeah, don't get a Dbot, yeah.
I guess I've always been skeptical about them. Not the hacking part, but the effectiveness. And I'm like, do I really want to do this? But obviously we have lots of reviews and people like you could tell me if it works. And I don't know why I haven't done it. I don't know.
It's one that, funny. Robert Hernandez says, funny how Scott and Brian have mentally standardized on Roomba when Roombas are among the worst products on the market. It's funny. Mine does really well for us. So it's maybe there are better ones out there, but I'm also an early adopter. This is before Roombas started having like a station where they would automatically go back to recharge. This one will just stop. This one is maybe about 10 years old, 12 years old.
Early
or something.
one, sure.
Yeah. And
does it ever tumble downstairs or anything weird like that? Or
no, but I'm in the basement. So
right.
Yeah. I know there are things you can get, like little boxes you can put with electric eye or something that'll keep it from doing it. But I'm sure there are better ones, and I know there are much newer ones that are probably better in different brands. But this is one when there were very few other choices on the market, and this one does just fine for me, amazingly still after all these years. So
they won the brand fight, which is what we're getting at. It's not that there aren't better ones. It's just that when you think of these things, you say Roomba almost as a standard answer. You're not even thinking of the brand. You're just thinking, oh, they have a Roomba in their house. Could be any number of auto vacuums.
Yeah. I saw during the parade this last weekend, there were people on inline skates, but we were all calling them rollerblades. Oh, look at the people on rollerblades. It's all glowing. They've got like EM wire in their rollerblades. It's really cool. But yeah, rollerblades is a brand, and there are other brands of inline skates.
I never say inline skates either. I always say rollerblades every time.
Rollerblades, sure.
Because that's what we did when we grew up. That was the brand we had. We called them that. Now they have to defend their trademark like crazy because everybody just default calls them that. We had a whole conversation about this, didn't we? About Kleenex
we did.
and
We talked
Band-Aid
about Kleenex and
Band-Aid,
Frisbee, Band-Aid. Yeah.
What else was there? Well, anyway, there's a lot of these. And Roomba, I would say, is one of those.
Yeah.
So, chat, if you're so smart about these, somebody give me some recommendations on brand because maybe I'll go looking. I don't know. I'd love to have something clean in my.
Somebody suggested Eufy makes a really good one.
Eufy? I don't know who that is.
Eufy.
Best auto vacuums. Let's just see what. Let's see what Wirecutter says.
There you go.
I trust them.
I trust Wirecutter.
Okay, let's see. Did they do one about the little auto ones? I got all kinds of vacuum reviews, and it's all just like normal vacuums. Let's see. What do you call those?
A robot vacuum, maybe?
Robot? There you go. That's probably a better term. Here we go. Wirecutter
Donnie
says...
thinks vacuums.
Eufy is their top... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Roborock Q5 Max Plus.
Roborock.
Raggy. That one's $300 on Amazon. That's the one they think is the best. It empties itself, charges itself, does all that.
Wow. Yeah, it's another base. Wow.
And then Eufy is the brand they give you for budget pick, which is the RoboVac 11S Max, an unassuming but mighty robot, they say. $250. So it's only $50 less. I don't know.
I think I would go for $50 difference because it's on sale right now for $150 less. So I would go with the Roborock Q5 Max Plus. And
what is the word? What would the word be? Because if Scooby says Roborock, he's saying it wrong.
Yeah.
So what would it be?
He puts an R in front of everything. It's Raggy.
Yeah.
Okay, Relma.
Right, but so he keeps the R for Robo. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Rock could be walk. It could be chalk.
It would still be an R. It's still because it's not that he gets words wrong. It's just that his beginning syllables are always R's.
Yeah, but what is the word? It's rock. Either way, it's rock.
Yeah, either way, it's rock. Either way, it's Robo and Rock.
Okay.
Yeah. Roborock.
Because maybe it's if it was a
if
robotic
it was a
walk.
If it was a hobo hawk, he would still call it Roborock.
Yeah, that was what I was actually getting to. Is that what if it was a robotic walk, like at a Chinese restaurant, and had robot capabilities? He would also say, Robo Walk. Rock.
Say Roborock. Yeah.
That's what's great about that stupid dog. He'll say that no matter what you do. Jackass.
Oh my God! The killer is either Randy or Sandy. It's Randy.
It's Randy.
Who is it? Who is it? Scooby? Is it Randy or Sandy?
Yeah,
it's Randy.
Meanwhile, Sandy's run around and sliced your neck open with a knife.
Exactly.
Because we're waiting for the dog to get his shit straight. Little dumbass dog. All right, this is cheaper than it even said on the site. It's down to $299.99. That's not bad.
It's one penny less on Amazon right now than it says on.
That's true. Oh yeah, it says 300. No, I thought it said
300.
Oh, you're right, 300. Yeah, duh. Well, I'm putting it on the wish list because I've been wanting to do this for years, and I just have always been chicken about it. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. Why.
It's interesting. It's showing up as $449.98 for me on. I clicked the link from Wirecutter. Did you go? Did you just go search for Roborock?
Yeah. No, I clicked the link and it says. So there's the Duo Roller, the Q Max Plus, and the Q Plus. The Q Max Plus says $299.99. The Q5 Plus, not with the Max on it, says $359.99.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm seeing $449.98.
Here, I'll give you my link. Maybe they're different. That's weird though. It shouldn't be different.
But I do see, the different choices on the bottom. The Duo Roller $299, Q5 Max.
Yeah, I have the right one selected, unless my browser's freaking out.
Q5 Plus $359. I think we are seeing the same thing, but I think the link went to the Q5 Max Plus because that is what Wirecutter is recommending.
Oh, weird.
But
okay.
What
Duo Roller? What do you think that means?
It's got two things that roll to pick up. Two rollers that pick up dust and dirt and stuff.
So for the same
as
price,
opposed to the single roller for a
same price, seems like that'd be the better one to get, right? You get the two rollers.
Yeah, I don't know let's see, because the self-emptying dock, does that one have that? Nope. Looks like the Duo Roller doesn't have the self-emptying dock, I guess is probably the difference.
Well, I want that. And upstairs it's all hard floor, so this shouldn't have any issues. That's where we'd want it.
Yeah, this is where usually they've got a really cool little chart that shows you, oh, this model has this. Oh, actually, here it is. They do have that. They all have LiDAR navigation
Okay.
and SLAM.
Okay.
5500 PA suction. Dual
Sweet.
brushes.
Sweet.
240 minutes of max running time. This is the best content, by the way.
Oh, it's great. This is good.
Self-emptying bag. The Q5 Max Plus is 2.5 liters times 2. The self-emptying bag in the dual roller is 2.5 liters times 1.
So smaller
it
even.
seems yeah, but so that really is the only difference. Everything else is the same. I would go with the dual roller for $299.
Yeah, if it's not like missing any major feature, only has plus features, then why not?
Right. And it works with your ALEXA, so you can say, ask Roborock to start cleaning. Ask Roborock to start emptying.
This claims let's see. It claims it's 50% off for the mid one. It's claiming it's 33% off for the dual roller. That can't be these are all shit, aren't they, when they say this? 50% off. There's no way this is $600 normally. Right.
I do love Joe Guyart. Watching two men shop for vacuums was not on my Tuesday bingo card.
Look, this is what you get when you come here. You never know what you're going to have.
Exactly.
All right, I'm seriously tempted.
Listen, on Howard Stern, they were just talking about a crank call for hours with Liam Neeson. So whatever.
Yeah, think of that.
Actually had one of the staffers' moms fooled for a year. They weren't doing the fooling, but she was getting catfished by a guy who sounded like Liam Neeson, who was conning her out of. Oh no, I guess they were just conning her and telling her, "Now, I'm stuck in the Sudan right now, but if you could please meet me at the airport with your birth certificate, your social security number."
Did she fall for it? She fell for this?
She fell for it. She totally believed it was Liam Neeson.
Gosh dang, dude. Wait, that's called catfishing? I thought that was when it was like a hot girl.
I think doesn't that always apply? I guess you can be catfished. They were Liam fished. How's that?
I think it's just
I guess just celebrity scam.
I think it's just fishing, right? Because catfishing, you got to have a hot lady.
Cat has to be a hot lady.
I guess it could be a hot dude. I don't know. It doesn't have to be. And you know what? Liam Neeson's kind of a hot.
Liam Neeson is a dude.
Yeah. I look at him and I go, I hope I'm that handsome at his age.
But apparently this Liam Neeson thing is widespread. It's not just them pranking Wolfie's mom.
Weird.
Apparently there is a whole thing now of people impersonating Liam Neeson and taking people's money.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird. All right. Well, Liam Neeson didn't have that on my bingo card.
Sorry, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. You got a special set of skills. We respect it. We're going to take a break. When we come back from this break, Bill Duran will be here. He's working on a very rad project. We're going to get a very early look at it, and it's coming together very nicely. I'm very excited about that. So stick around for Bill and Making Things after this song selection that Brian has procured.
I was so excited about all the things that I was talking about that I didn't have time to pull up my notes on the song that we're playing, but I'm doing that right now. This is actually this is a band that you guys all know. You all know this band and you love them. They're a band called Authority Zero. They are just coming out with a brand new like anthology collection. It's like a greatest hits kind of thing, but I think it's bigger than that, bigger than a typical greatest hits, and this is the bonus single that's on the album, or the new EP, I should say. 30 Years, Speaking to the Youth, which comes out November 1st. This is the brand new single from Authority Zero. It's called Long Way to Go.
This is a sandwich for forks, an open face creation, in other words, with a cheese, milk, and tuna fish mixture on top.
Playing bingo with the Catholics.
And we returned. Who is that? One more time.
Authority Zero. Brand new EP coming out from them at the beginning of November. It's called 30 Years, Speaking to the Youth. They're currently on tour with Mad Caddies and Belvedere. That is the first single, or that is the single from the album. It is called Long Way to Go.
Nice. Hey, do you ever have a song, or sorry, not a song, but an album that you've heard so many times that you almost know it back and forth, but there's like two tracks at the end that you never get to? And then when you do hear them, you're like, oh, it's like new music from these guys. And it's like,
yeah, there probably is. I can't think of one, but it's I know those albums so well that when I hear one of them like on Sirius or in Shuffle or something like that, I always expect the next song to come up. Angels Want to Wear My Red Shoes by Elvis Costello, whatever that is. That's Armed Forces does that for me, where I can hear that album and I automatically hear the next song. But
that happened with me today with American Idiot. There's 2 tracks at the end that I just never quite get to because it's such a long. It's not that they're bad songs, it's just a long album, and I just hardly ever get to them. So I heard them and went, "Oh, is this new?" And I'm like, "No, dumbass, it's 20 years old." Anyway.
You wake up when September ends and you turn off the album and you don't get to those last 2 songs. That's
actually about right. That's the song I think of as the ending, and it kind of fits as an ending, right? It's sort of a good ending.
It totally fits as an ending. Yeah.
All right, well, check this out, everybody. Get your hands together. Lost this thing. There it is.
There's still something wrong, isn't there, Bill?
Oh, check it out. It's Bill Duran joining us as he does once a month, or twice a month, rather. No, it's about once a month, whatever it is. To talk about cool stuff he's making. He is a maker about town, makes cool shit all the time, and he's in the middle of something really rad. I'll let him explain it in a second, but Bill, before that, welcome back to the show.
Hello, happy to be here, friends.
Hi.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah. Always good to have you. Oh, Brian, you should tell him about your joystick thing first. This is pretty cool.
Yeah. So if you scroll up in our chat, I don't know if you're on your phone or if you're on a desktop where you can scroll up, there is it's called the OpenCade, and it is a 3D printed modular, like you just walk up to an HDMI TV, plug this guy in, and it's got all your games already built into it, and joystick and buttons and that sort of thing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Currently printing one of those guys, and so here's the base unit. But mine is going to have the joystick and buttons you see there, and then another panel to the left where you've got a trackball and a spinner, so I can play every game.
Yeah.
That's crazy cool. I love that the buttons light up and that there are 2 things you need to do. You either need to jump or fire.
Yeah, jump or fire.
Right, only 2 things you need to do: jump and fire.
Yeah, those were the days, man. The 80s kept it easy. We knew exactly what to do in those games. Well, that's awesome. So, Bill, tell us what you brought. I'm pretty giddy about this, so I'll let you do it before I spill the beans.
We have kicked off a series, actually, over on our YouTube channel. We're doing a long-term project. It's going to take a while to finish this thing, so we're cutting it up into bits, putting out videos every week. So there's a scene from Futurama, from Season 1, Episode 7, where Bender realizes his body is made of 40% titanium, and titanium is worth a lot, so he sells his body. And there's one scene where he drives his head around in a little car.
Yeah.
It's less than a minute long, and he crashes the car immediately, so it doesn't stick around. But that stuck with me for over 20 years, that scene. I'm like, I gotta make Bender's head driving around in a little car.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this so much. Here, I'll put the video in our Discord that Bill sent me, and I'm also showing it off on the stream here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. This is awesome.
So this little guy. So at this stage, it feels like your car is nearly done, and you've kind of mocked up his head. Obviously, this is not his final head.
Yeah, it's cardboard. Is that just a little cardboard head?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So we started there. I wanted the head will eventually be animatronic so that he can talk and turn and look at people and emote.
Really? Will his teeth separate to talk?
We're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. I think
they only blink, right?
An
That's
animated screen.
Yeah.
The horizontal lines on his mouth move. We've been rewatching the show. I've been researching. How it is.
Sure.
So I think a screen or a grid of small LEDs might be the best way to animate his mouth.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. That would do it. I think he opens it to drink beer.
Right. I'm not sure if they're actually going to open or not.
Yeah.
He'll have a single tooth open to have fire shoot out. There are a lot of options. We want to try and include as many features as possible, but talking
really depends on how far you want to go with this thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
So cool.
So those are all the plans. I want the eyes and the eyelids to move so we can look all angry, and I want those to be animatronic. I want those to move. We'll see how that goes. I have some ideas how we're going to figure that out. We're not quite there yet. So far, it's been mostly the car body that we've been working on. So it's built on an RC car. I bought a used 1/6 scale RC car, which is actually quite big compared to like a 1/10 scale that I'm used to. But I had to shorten it. Of course, we have a video on all of this. The first thing I did with my $300 new toy car was to cut it in half with a bandsaw.
Always your first step number one. Always cut it with a bandsaw. Yeah. Exactly.
We removed about 6 inches to make it a little shorter and get the proportions correct for Bender. And then the body on it there, it's bright orange because that's the color of filament that I had. It's a PETG. It will eventually be painted, but the body I 3D modeled. I actually 3D scanned the RC car to put into Fusion 360 to use as a reference to build around, which worked really well.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I 3D printed all the body panels. It's quite big. I had to cut it into 8 smaller parts and then glue them all together. And then there's seams between all those parts, and I used a 3D printing pen to fill in the seams, which also worked quite well.
Oh,
I've always do that.
Yeah, I've always wondered about that. How do you keep it? I guess you have to still do some sanding though when you're done, right?
Oh, there will be lots of sanding.
Yeah,
don't you worry.
That makes sense. So this is seeing you work with the shell and the tires on this car. I estimated how large this is a big car. This is a big ass car.
It's stupid big, yeah.
Yeah, but that's even cooler because now you got this big ass head doing big ass Bender shit. I'm so excited for this. It's not, and you based it on literally. I think that segment, like you said, is seconds long. It's not that long.
Yeah.
Is there any plan to show this? Get it somehow to John DiMaggio and have him record stuff, voice work for the.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm definitely gonna try and bring it to Dragon Con next year. So if he's at Dragon Con next year, then that would be a no-brainer.
He's scheduled for Emerald City, I think, isn't he?
That would make it easy. I'll definitely bring it to Emerald City.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah. That would be great. You know that dude would love to see shit like that.
He totally would. And you could easily hey, any chance I could get you to record a few phrases for this thing?
That'd be so good, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah. And you can take some of that already recorded there so he can hear himself go, bite my shiny metal ass as he drives away.
Oh, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Amazing.
So yeah, we have plans. Like I said, I'm rewatching the show. I'm capturing audio and video because I want to animate his face correctly. I've got big plans.
You think you gonna do anything with his antenna? You gonna have it go up or down or do anything weird? Because he's always doing weird stuff with his antenna.
It will definitely be removable so it doesn't break off. It seems like something prone to catching on things as he's driving around.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be animated or not. Once we have our needs, like animating his eyes and mouth, then we'll start talking about wants and figuring out how much room we have in there.
Right, got to get the needs first, and then start working on the wants. Yeah,
because we got to have a speaker in there so we can hear him. And again, I don't know how we're going to do the mouth. We thought maybe putting a tiny little projector in there. But I don't know if that would work. So we'll see. We still have a lot of unknowns.
Like a little like a rear screen projector, like it'd be behind his mouth, obviously, and it would project into it. Oh, that's such a cool idea.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're in the brainstorming phase, and there's no bad ideas. So we're really having fun with that.
And this is a battery powered car, right? Not one of those.
Battery powered.
Okay, I know some of those are like gas and stuff. So.
The tires, so the video we just did was on the tires, and I'm super proud of how they turned out. I 3D modeled everything, and I printed the tires and made a mold of them. And then the wheel, the smaller, you'll see in the video there, the orange part of the wheel, that is 3D printed. So I 3D printed 4 wheels. They go in the mold, and then rubber gets cast around them to make the tire around the wheel. So those are urethane cast tires. They're super durable. They look really, really sharp. And they turned out great.
Yeah.
I'm just eyeing the video. I'm really pumped.
It's really cool, man. What a great idea to take such an obscure thing. There is a bit of a following for this, though, I've noticed. There's a lot of memes about him being in that car, which is hilarious to me because, again, it's like 5 seconds. It's like nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Left an impression on a lot of people, you included. So.
It did, and I don't think I've seen anyone else make it.
Yeah, I haven't found anything like it except some screen caps of the actual car. Or someone drew it or something, but I think you're gonna corner the market on this one.
See, in that picture, he's leaning back a little bit too. So I may either permanently lean him back or make it so that he can lean back a little bit.
Like when it goes forward, you would have like momentum where his head goes back a little when he's
or when he turns to talk to someone, he like leans back and looks up. I want to be able to do all that if I can.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's great.
Dude, this might be I'm biased, but it might be one of my favorite things you've ever done. I love it.
Yeah, it's way up there. It's way up there.
Yeah, that show is great. So having a rewatch of that is never a problem. So that's awesome.
I got to talk to my twin brother. He is the coach for his high school's robotics team, so he's going to help me animate his face and everything.
Oh, nice.
Program all that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Finally, the Voltron Duran brothers we've needed. Yeah.
That we've been waiting for. Right.
That's
exactly.
Great. Very cool. Oh, I found a lamp where they do something interesting with his mouth, but it's just his head, not the car. I think you've cornered this. Nobody else has done this.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That means
always great when you can come up with something like this and have it be totally original.
Yep. That means tons of watches on YouTube. That means everybody's going to want to see this thing in person. I think you got a 2025 is looking bright for Bill Duran.
And I'm going to I'm in for the long haul. It's going to take as long as it takes. So expect lots of videos on this.
Nice.
This week, I got some headlights and taillights for the RC car, and I've got a spot to build them right into the body. So I think that's what I'm working on this week.
Very, very cool. This is great. So you guys want to go check it out? It's at punishprops.com. Of course, go straight to the YouTube channel if you'd prefer, which is Punish Props on YouTube. And you will see the process, the earliest parts of this build. And we will keep a close eye on it and talk about it again next time you're here, which I'm sure will bring some updates.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the next month or so we'll have a lot of updates.
Bill, any kind of bonus link today before we go?
Yeah, my buddy Paul Jackman is a woodworker. He makes a lot of stuff out of pallet wood, and he made a kayak out of pallet wood, which is kind of wild.
Whoa.
Really great video. And he's got a ton of good videos over there. At Jackman Works is the name of his channel.
Pallets get tossed a lot, right? Like they're a waste.
Do, yeah.
So
usually he gets them for free. You just gotta process them, take the nails out, cut them into whatever shape he needs.
Yeah, and some of the wood sucks, but some of it's fine. Like, well, he even lists here all the different wood types. That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
that's wild. All right, that's awesome too. Check that out. Jackman Works. You know he does. And
there's video of it.
Yeah, exactly. We have proof right there. It's Bill Duran, everybody. punishprops.com. Bill, have a fantastic time, and we'll see you next time you're on the show.
You got it. See you, friends.
Bye. See you.
Oh, that's wild. How do you bend those?
So cool.
Now I got to watch this guy's video. Jeez Louises. All right, that is it for today's guests, and that means it's time for the show to end. Thank you all for being here, listening, hanging out with us, being here live, some of you. A reminder to listeners at home, if you want to be a part of the live show, we do it at 9 a.m. every Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. If you're a patron, you also get one on Friday. That's also live on Fridays. The YouTube channel that you can get there quickly by going to frogpants.tv if you're looking for the live links. And we always schedule it the night before, so you'll be able to see which one's coming up, and you can get in. I think that's everything I've got. Brian, you got anything else before we get out of here?
That's it. I'm putting the links, Bill's links, onto quicktms.li. So if you are a not live listener, you can go there and see the pallet wood kayak video that he mentioned.
Yeah. Do you miss a song one day, or did you say, oh, what did Nicole say her recommendal was that one day, or what did Tom talk about? Or whatever the thing is that has a link that's interesting. These all go up on quicktms.li as a wonderful service from Brian to you. So go check it out today. Brian, let's get the F out of here, but music first, please.
Yeah, and I got to give big thanks to Iceworm. Haven't thanked him in a while, but he is always on top of taking care of these songs, putting these songs and links and stuff up. He's the best, and he was not on the Wizard's Chest float that came by during the Halloween parade, but there was a Wizard's Chest float because they sell lots of cool costumes and Halloween stuff. So if you're in Denver, go check out the Wizard's Chest.
Nice.
All right. Geir, oh, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Geir, Uva. Wrote in and said, I'm starting my 5th week of mandatory vacation today. Since we don't get to hear our favorite Cookie Monster music on TMS, that I'm requesting another band that I really like. Oh, sorry. This is a band called Pendulum. And last year they were in the Australian Triple J Like a Version studios, and they recorded this cover of Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. Yes, it's me. Here is Anti-Hero by Pendulum.
See you guys tomorrow.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
screw up a hamburger?
Oh, Daryl. I don't know.